could have had a V8? There's more behind this brand than a catchy slogan. Here's what you could have, would have, and should have known about the iconic vegetable juice. V8 vegetable juice dates back all the way to 1933, when William Gilbert Peacock and his son wanted a sustainable way to make sure they and others could get essential foods and nutrients during the Great Depression. The pair began hand-blending an assortment of vegetables together in their basement to see what they could create, and a veggie-based drink was born. Peacock enlisted the help of Frank Constable to manufacture the drink for Peacock's company, New England Products Company. The war-driven era led to poverty for many, and Peacock's vegetable juice became a hit with families who had little to spend on food. Peacock's veggie juice quickly became a staple in pantries across the country because it included ingredients families relied on for daily nutrition. V8 vegetable juice, although a seemingly perfect name for the veggie-based drink, hasn't always been called by the name. When Peacock and Constable first began manufacturing and marketing the product, they called it Vegemin. At the time, tomato made up the overwhelming majority of the drink, so V8 wouldn't have made much sense. It wasn't until 1948, when the Campbell Soup Company took over the drink brand, that its name officially became V8 vegetable juice, or V8 for short. They also tried the name Vegemin 8 after Constable came up with the new recipe, including tomato and 7 other vegetables. Later, he decided to go with V8 vegetable cocktail juice. Constable thought the name V8 made sense because the drink was popular and powerful, like a vehicle's V8 engine.
I was a stand-up tomato, a juicy, sexy beefsteak tomato. Nobody does vegetables like me. I did an evening of vegetables off Broadway. I did the best tomato, the best cucumber.
Back when William Gilbert Peacock and his son experimented with the original V8 formula in their basement, the drink was almost solely made of tomatoes. During the Great Depression, tomatoes were a garden staple for many farmers because of their hardiness and ability to grow quickly. Depression-era families turned to canning their own tomatoes or turning them into soups to hang on to their produce as long as possible. Peacock took advantage of the fast-producing crop to transform it into a drinkable version that gave people an easy, affordable way to get their nutrients. The drink formula did eventually expand to include 7 more vegetables that became part of the staple list of 8 primary ingredients, hence the name V8. Campbell's lists the primary veggies as orange and purple carrots, beets, spinach, sweet potatoes, watercress, and celery. Additionally, the brand emphasizes many more unique vegetables are used to create amazingly tasty drinks. Of course, like many plant-based food and drink products on the market, it's not just vegetables that go into a can of V8. Other ingredients include vitamins C and A, salt, citric acid, and natural flavors. Other versions of V8, like its vegetable and fruit blend juices and energy and hydration drinks, also contain various fruits, like blueberries, mangoes, and pomegranates. One thing Campbell's doesn't add to its V8 vegetable drinks? Sugar. According to Francis Stern dietetic intern Caitlin Wong, the important thing to note about V8 juice is that it is 100% juice with no added sugars. The 8 grams of sugar that are in every serving of V8 occur naturally in the vegetables. While more than half the calories of a serving of V8 juice come from these natural sugars, Wong says that it also contains a good amount of beneficial fiber, protein, and vitamins. Of its 8 primary ingredients, V8 celery potentially has the longest and most interesting history. As Campbell's explains, back in 1880, Jake Wilbrandt's family started growing celery on a 3-acre farm. Jake now owns the farm, which has expanded to 110 acres, and added sweet corn to its specialties. Jake's great-grandfather began growing the celery used in the original V8 drinks since their inception in the 1940s, and continued supplying the Campbell Soup Company with celery for V8 once the brand took over. The farm's celery growing begins in February each year in greenhouses, moving into fields starting in mid-April. Production yields about 9 million pounds of the crop annually, with a hefty portion going straight into V8 cans across the nation. According to Wilbrandt, we hand-cut 95% of the harvest, and the trimmings are put aside for V8. It gives you a lot of pride to grow a quality product. I love the freedom to have my family here too. My kids work on the transplanters, and they take pride in what they've done. Wilbrandt adds that although his kids dislike veggies, V8 juice is a daily staple in their household.
Mommy's having a french fry. Yes, she is. Yes, she is.
Could have had a V8.
Despite its usage of healthy vegetables and its reputation as a health-focused drink, V8 may not be as good for you as you think. According to nutritionist Annette Washington, V8 is better than a lot of other drinks you might decide to grab, like a sugar-laden iced coffee. However, says Washington, the problem with V8 is that when you juice fruits and vegetables, you are losing some of the good stuff, like fiber. And with bottled juices, you end up getting extra things like added sugars and sodium. And sodium is definitely an issue for the original V8 drink. One 8-ounce serving of V8 Original contains 640 milligrams of salt. According to Medical News Today, that's close to 28% of the recommended maximum intake of salt per day. The FDA warns that excessive salt intake can lead to high blood pressure, which can increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Fortunately, V8 has added a low-sodium version of its popular drink to its lineup, which is 2/3 less sodium than the original formula, at just 140 milligrams per serving. And the low-sodium drink keeps the same amount of all the other good stuff intact, like vitamin A and vitamin C.
How'd you do that?
Work out, plenty of rest, eat your green vegetables.
V8 can be a good way of hitting your daily servings of green vegetables, but some experts agree that it shouldn't be the only way you do it. According to the National Center for Health Research, eating fruits and veggies is usually the better option. Scientific evidence doesn't tend to prove that drinking vegetables provides the same health benefits as eating them. Additionally, it's not good to use vegetable juices like V8 as meal replacements to lose weight, as it doesn't give our bodies the balanced nutrients we need. However, drinks like V8 can be used as part of a healthy diet. Registered dietitian Catherine Zeratsky explained to the Mayo Clinic, "Vegetable juice can be an easy way to increase the amount of vegetables in your diet, but you shouldn't routinely use it to replace whole vegetables." While the recommendation for most adults is 2.5 cups of vegetables daily, some adults may need more depending on their health and other factors, and veggie drinks can help them achieve that. According to Zeratsky, vegetable juice can be a suitable addition to a diet, but she points out that the choices should be all vegetable juice that's low in sodium. So, if you do need a daily boost of V8, try to stick with the low-sodium version. Back in the 1950s, V8 vegetable juice was in its prime. The drink began spiking in popularity during World War II, but continued as the post-war economy picked up speed. During this time, notable figures appeared in television and print ads to promote V8. Rhonda Fleming, Shirley Temple, and Fred McMurray were just a few who signed on to market the beloved drink. Ronald Reagan was also one of the most famous faces ever to grace a V8 ad. In 1951, V8 launched a print campaign with then-actor Reagan as its spokesperson, holding up V-shaped fingers alongside a comic strip. It's clear that V8 was a popular product for celebrities to promote, but it wasn't just public figures who helped market the vegetable juice for several decades. In 2014, Wheel of Fortune hopped on too, during an 8-week sponsored campaign of the game's bonus round. Yep, co-hosts Pat Sajak and Vanna White spent 2 months partnering with Campbell's and V8 as part of a dual-branded sweepstakes. The campaign included an online game, fun facts, and trivia about V8, V8-sponsored wheel prizes, and a couple of cash wheel wedges. And 1 week during the campaign focused specifically on the online game, during which viewers would watch for a puzzle with an 8-letter word containing a V. Executive producer of Wheel of Fortune, Harry Friedman, shared his thoughts about the partnership. V8 is an iconic, feel-good product that is a great fit for our all-American family-friendly show.
Extra bacon, no lettuce, no tomato.
That's me. Could have had a V8.
You might not be wrong if you've ever thought that V8 vegetable juice is a drink targeting older generations. According to 2018 data from Statista, V8's most popular age group is the 50 to 64-year-old crowd, with close to 1/4 of 4,180 respondents falling into the range. Not too far behind, at 18.44% of respondents were people aged 30 to 49 years old. Only 10.39% of respondents in the 18 to 29-year-old age range drank V8 within the 4 weeks prior. In the 1970s, the company began an advertising campaign with "I could have had a V8" as its slogan. In the television ads, adults knocked themselves on the head after realizing that V8 was a better choice for them than whatever they were drinking or snacking on, like coffee and chips. Every head bump was quickly followed by,
I could have had a V8.
In 2011, Campbell's perked up its V8 brand with the addition of new products: V8 V-Fusion Energy and V8 Energy Shots. Both products targeted the younger crowd most likely to drink energy drinks. According to Campbell's, the new beverages provide healthier alternatives to most energy drinks on the market today and are made with ingredients that people know and trust. Each nutritious beverage provides one combined serving of vegetables and fruit, as well as a natural energy boost from green tea extract. Unlike other energy drinks hitting store shelves, V8 V-Fusion Energy offered a relatively low amount of caffeine, only 80 milligrams per serving, and just 50 calories per serving. The small energy shots also came packed with vitamins like A, B6, and B12, and included 9 vegetables and fruits. 2018 brought another new product to the lineup, the plant-based V8 Hydrate, with just 45 calories and a full serving of vegetables in each can. Campbell's left all the stuff out that health-conscious consumers are often worried about too, like GMOs and artificial sweeteners. In a press release, Chief Marketing Officer of Campbell Soup Company, Diego Palmieri, said, "As the vegetable nutrition experts for over 80 years, we know our consumers are seeking to live healthier lifestyles and turning to products that contain added nutrients and functionality. Whether you're on the go or just finishing your workout, V8 Hydrate brings a full suite of benefits to the table through the inherent goodness of sweet potatoes." While Campbell's has continued to push the boundaries of vegetable juice to appeal to different demographics, not all of its products have fared well on the market. In late 2014, the company added a line of protein shakes and bars, which seemed like a natural fit for its health-forward brand image. In a press release, Campbell's associate brand manager, Kylie Rudd, explained that customers wanted a healthier version of the protein products currently on grocery store shelves. However, the products lasted only slightly over 1 year before Campbell's pulled them. CEO Denise Morrison believes the biggest problem was that the V8 products weren't different enough to compete in such a cluttered product space. Since discontinuing the protein shakes and bars, Campbell's has focused solely on V8's drink products, including the original vegetable drink, V8 fruit and vegetable blends, V8 Energy, and V8 Hydrate. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about iconic food brands are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.